Hey everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode in my series Dionne Warwick, the Arista Years. And as you can see, I am in heaven today because I'm filming on location in Gran Canaria, the Canary Islands, one of my favorite places in the whole world. But I could not miss on this meeting that we have each week, and today we are talking about Friends in Love, the third studio album that Dionne Warwick did for Arista, but not the third album because her third album was Hot Live and Otherwise, which I already reviewed in my favorite 12 live albums. So today we're going straight into Friends in Love because what an album and what a production. And speaking about production, I have a microphone now because my best friend told me that I sounded terrible in my videos. So Friends in Love, beautifully produced album, amazing sound. This is the 80s, 1982, but because it's Dionne, it's full-on orchestra, background vocals, and an amazing guest star. So the first song was a single. It's called For You. It's just announces the album like never. You just have the beginning of the album that starts, and you hear those little and you know you're in for a treat. And Dionne Warwick's voice is just absolutely magical. It's like velvet. It just sounds absolutely amazing. It's the style of songs that I prefer that she does, and in this album you hear quite a bit of this style, very suave, very slow, and it's just barely reciting, but with her voice she can do whatever she wants. The second song was the big number that was expected to be a huge hit, and it was a hit, but it didn't soar all the way up to number one. But it's Friends in Love, sang with Johnny Mathis as a duet. Amazing singer, and both of them together go so beautifully. And I really find that Dionne as well as Johnny Mathis are amazing when they sing duets. And Johnny Mathis, who sang with Denise Williams and had amazing hit, I think they wanted to repeat that. And Friends in Love did pretty well. It's a song that everybody knows and really adores. Never Gonna Let You Go is the follow-up song. Very sweet, absolutely charming. Again, you hear this beautiful production, and it really, this album is so complete in everything because the songs just move. They're not always the same, but there's a real style to it. So much love. And then we go into Can't Hide Love, written by Skip Scarborough. You must have heard the version by Earth, Wind and Fire, which is an absolute masterpiece. And this is very close to it, but sung by Dionne. Absolute magic. And it's just so just divine and so exciting. Then she goes on to Betcha by Golly Wow, which is written by Thomas Bell, amazing composer who wrote so many hits. And this one is really great, and was also covered a few years later by Prince, and which is quite surprising, but absolutely great. Then we move on to side B, where there's a song More Than Fascination, written by Tom Snow. Now, More Than Fascination is a fast-paced song. It's a dance number. It could have been a single. And Thomas Bell wrote Let's Hear It for the Boys. He wrote He's So Shy for the Pointer Sisters. And for Melissa Manchester, You Should Hear How She Talks About You, which was a #1 hit for her. And she took that song and re-recorded it with slightly changing the words. And it was called I Don't Care What They Say, but it was practically the same. I mean, it was the same song in just a few words that changed, but it was not a hit for Melissa Manchester. Got You Where I Want You is the second duet with Johnny Mathis again. This really should have come out as a single because it's just a simple melody, but the way they sing and the way their voices intertwine, just absolute magic. With a touch, written by Stevie Wonder. I absolutely adore this kind of phrasing. Stevie Wonder, you know, master lyricist and composer, but this song is just absolute perfection when it's sung by Dionne Warwick. What is this? Which is again these songs that I call almost spoken. You know, she's just, the way she poses her voice is just absolutely immaculate. And the album is ended with A Love So Right, Just Can't Be Wrong, because when it feels this strong. And this song is those kind of torch songs which really repeats the style of I'll Never Love This Way Again. It's again, you know, one of those difficult love songs because they're both perfect for each other, but they're both in love with other people. So for me, the greatest Dionne Warwick album made by Arista. But you know, I tell you this each time, and from cover to cover, because what an album cover it is. Just absolutely beautiful black and white photos, which have been colorized very slightly, so just her nails and a little bit of her cheeks, and Dionne looks absolutely glorious with all her regalia and beautiful jewelry. And it is really just a genius album. I will see you next week, and I will still be here in the Canary Islands, and we will talk about Heartbreaker, which was a huge hit for Dionne, and she went all the way to #1. I'll see you next week, and thank you for all your messages and your kind words.